In today's episode of Patron, we continue the expansion of the town of the Chaos Colony, and we start looking at some farming. Stay tuned. Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Patron. In the last episode, we kind of showcased the new town. It is going pretty smoothly at the moment. Everything is looking good, and it's time for us to jump into the research and move ahead into things like, well, we can quickly pick up small pond, small fountain, see how they work, and then go on to carpenter's hut and get that gathering hall in place. Then we can actually start doing some farming, which would, I think, help us out a little bit. We've got the workers available. We haven't been growing as rapidly, or we've been growing quicker than we've been expanding, so that's always good. Let's actually pick up the small fountain and then move the carpenter's hut. The little things will help us with happiness overall. For the time being, we're not going to spend that kind of money just yet. When we start selling a few more things, which I think we can do. We're creating a fair bit now. Let's get the carpenter's hut up and running. Now, having a look over here, can we improve this? Precision tools, so we get a little bit more. Yeah, let's do that. We'll pay for that, so we'll optimize our amount of clothing that we'll produce, and we'll go ahead and grab another optimization here to use less of our materials to create that amount of clothing. That is the name of the game. Efficiency is the name of the game. Okay, we've finished off the research over here for the carpenter's hut. The gathering hall is the next big ticket item. So can we sell some stuff over here? Yes, we can. Let's sell that, trade that away, and use that money to go and get the gathering hall research. That is awesome. This one will upgrade itself automatically. We have the ability to now use the carpenter's hut, which basically used lumber and tools to create furniture, which is a good one for us to do. However, we need to make sure that we maintain a sufficient supply of lumber. That remains a bit of a challenge. Lumber is fully upgraded over here, the forester's hut. So we would probably need to do another forester's hut a little bit away in order to really get us that way. Yeah, this thing has now been upgraded. So now we will have the ability, we can do multiple extra decrees if we wanted to do so. The food production is not a problem just yet, but we can do more decrees. That is something we can certainly look at. Over here, the toolsmith has been optimized as well. Look at that, fair bit of coal available to us. A lot of firewood, which is good, but yeah, lumber is a problem. Let's expand our lumber production. We can place it over here. It's not going to be super efficient. We can place it in this general area, which will be a little bit more efficient. It's snowing yet again. So let's do... hang on, let's get the grid up and running. So what I would like to do is actually... well, let's start off with a little bit of a road then. Let's get ourselves a bit of a junction down there. Go with our double roads. Now, over here then, let's go with our Forester's Lodge. At an 83% efficiency over there, that's going to be quite good. We'll go with that. We will want to make sure to place ourselves one of these guys over here. And also, the other thing that I'm doing is starting to put on wells, because at some point, we may find ourselves with fires and things like that that needs to be addressed. So that's okay. So we'll get that in place. Can do some farms also at some point. Yeah, so that's up and running. Let's get an extra forester in here. Let's make sure we do our upgrades. Should have enough money for that upgrades, and we'll do this one also fully upgraded. Now the question is, do we instead plant? Let's quickly plant all of these guys. So that we try and maximize what we've got here. That should be pretty good in this area. So now we've got an extra forester's hut. We could certainly look at providing an access directly through here, and we can certainly look at picking up some of this. So this is stone here, right? Let's pick up the stone. Let's pick up the metals over here. That's pretty good. Sure what that is, but we can find ourselves another little pathway over here. Well, actually, let's not do that. Let's run. Let's grab the grid. Yeah, the grid makes things so much easier. So let's do that. And we'll get ourselves a little path that runs over through there. So now at least we've got multiple access points to that area. Should be able to, wow. Lots of challenging weather. Okay, we can move another round of, if I can find the mouse. When this happens, I can hardly find the mouse. So let's move another round of herbs. Get some more money out of that. And let's continue our stuff here. So do the little things we can do. Essential budgeting provides us with enacting this policy, reduces the upkeep of fishermen's hut, hunting lodges, herbalist huts, mines, quarries, clothes shops, toolsmiths, and sawmills. That's good. Let's enact the essential budgeting, and we'll enact that decree as well. The immigration incentive. Spend coins to urge immigration to travel from the old world and join your town. Plus 30% immigration rate, plus 1.2 population. That's pretty cool also. I wouldn't mind that. We want a clay pit. There's so much we want. The clay pit is actually quite good. Let's go and move into the clay pit also, and then we'll enact this guy, the essential budgeting, to try and improve our upkeep of everything. Now these guys are growing some trees, so that should be okay. Our efficiency here should be awesome. It's actually quite low over there, but should be good in this spot. We don't need anything else just yet. I think we're all good because we haven't even expanded this any further. That's all good. What we can do is get the clay pit now. I think over this area might be a good spot for a bit of a clay pit. Yeah, it's about time to get another depot as well. So what are we after? We're after the clay pit. Yeah, something like that over there is a little bit out of the way and tucked in behind. Actually, tucked in behind this is a little nicer. So it's not quite in direct eye shot of the village. So let's get our little pathing done over here. Get the grid in place. So yeah, this is the awkward way of doing the diagonals. Can't actually get it around anyway, so we'll have to make sure to run it around this way. Stuff like that, and we'll have to find ourselves a way over here. Actually, to be honest, what we'll do is we'll just continue this guy straight through there, and then we'll kind of tie up with this in this general area. I think that's going to be fine. We can remove those guys. What I do want to do is just make sure that we run our diagonal up here, which is super awkward to say the least. There we go. So now we've got a bit of a diagonal going up there, which I absolutely hate, but it's okay. Let's just see what's going on over here. We actually have people living there. We've got one space open over there. Let's get the grid switched off. Let's get the jobs board have a look at. We can add an extra miner to work over there at the clay facility. Let's get these awkward grids off. And then the other thing that we can, what we'll need is another depot. So let's get the depot in place also. So I'm kind of interested in getting our depot built. Something like that to get the depot built is probably okay. And then what we'll want to do is get the clay, the pottery workshop, which we don't have here just yet. we'll have to keep an eye on it. Okay, sire, the king has sent over a ship full of goods for our first city. He is clearly pleased with us. Apples, nice, thanks for the apples. That's only a handful though. Okay, so essential goods is enacting this policy increases the production of gatherer shelters, forester huts, fishermen's huts, hunting lodges, herbalist huts, mines, quarries, clothes, shops, tools. So that's practically everything. We can certainly do that. So let's pay for that and we'll enact that one as well. After that, we'll get the stone roads. And yeah, we'll have to keep an eye and see how that goes. But yeah, there's so much on. Let's sell some stuff. We can certainly sell some herbs. Let's trade that away. We'll have some more money to work on. We can. I'm tempted to build another one of these at some point, so we'll probably have to remove some of this. But actually, it's not too bad when it looks like this. Not too bad. Now that the research done, let's enact that one. The essential goods part. Excellent. So that should say. So at the moment, less basic goods is required. Construction goods improved. Essential goods plus 10 and minus 10 for essential upkeep. So all of that is good policies to be enacting, and we're doing a decent job at getting everything going. We can enact one more decree if we would want to, but probably a cheaper variety one. Okay, that's all pretty good. We're starting to see some clay. Bricks we don't have yet. We need to do some more research. Pottery workshop is one that I would like to do. Stone roads first, though. I think stone roads will help us quite a lot with some of these further away distances. This should be growing quite nicely, getting that all done. Want a nice big forest component done. So more research has been completed. That's the stone roads. We've got a fair bit of stone, so we can quite comfortably do that. I think it doesn't cost us any money. It's only some stone. So let's get our grid in place, and then let's run our stone over here. That's the 66 stone this way, and we'll do it back the other way as well. Nice. And what we'll do is we'll run up and down here. Going to use a fair bit of stone actually, but I don't mind it. It's all good. I'm not going to use it for this. What am I going to use it for? So let's do that. Let's do this. Can't even see with the weather. Let's do that one there and this one up here. Excellent. Yeah, using a fair bit of stone there. Now let's go down this way. Up that way. Yeah, I do like the stone paths. Makes it look a little bit nicer as well. Apart from it having an impact of improved walking speeds. I think the straight ones will do that, but I won't do it on the diagonal ones. So then we'll just go up to about there and back that way, and that's going to be about it. I won't do that one necessarily. What we'll do is we'll see about running the little stone path up here also, so that's okay. That gives us a fair bit to go on over there, so that's a good start. That cost us a fair bit of stone to get done. Let's have a quick look what it say. It doesn't actually say. It should have said it here, right? Allows the construction of stone roads, which allows your workers to move around faster, which apart from that I have no idea. Now let's get distillery. Means that we've got some crops that we can do that. There's a few things we don't do here, but let's get the pottery workshop up and running. We've also got the other one. We've got a number of workers, so let's get out of here. Actually, we probably need to run ourselves. Let's make sure to run a stone path up here as a starting point. Okay, and then we could probably do, you know what we could do is we could run it up here. Let's do that, and then this will be our additional pathway, and then we won't have multiple pathways through here. We'll probably run something towards the back. Okay, something like that. Now let's go and have a look at our pottery workshop. That is one that we would like. That's not too far away. So let's rotate this one over this way. So there's our pottery workshop going in that location. And then the carpenter's hut is the other one that I wouldn't mind having. Now let's get the carpenter's hut over on this side. Good, and we've got a depot right over here, right? We might need another one at some point. Yeah, but not quite at the moment, it's not required. Let's get a potter in place, and we would also like that one. What is this guy? This is a carpenter. Okay, now let's have a look. Let's continue to do our optimizations. We can do that. Excellent. Make sure that we get that all fully upgraded. So this is producing furniture for us at the moment. Again with lumber, so I just need to keep an eye on that. This one is going to be reusable molds. That'll reduce our upkeep. And there we go. Nice, good boosts over there with regards to the pottery. So now pottery will be created and furniture will be created. That's a big boost to the kind of goods that we're creating over here. I can move out a lot of herbs again. Let's trade that. Probably about time to build another one. We're moving a lot of herbs. Okay, now I think this should be all good. And I'm going to start doing both plant and cut. And I'll probably do the expansion and get an extra person to work over there. And so now that should shoot up our lumber production a fair bit. All of the other things are looking good. Look at that coal production. My goodness. All of that is looking reasonable. Nice. We can probably improve this a little bit. Storage problems. What have we lost? Such things will happen. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind losing a bit of that. Let's make sure that we maximize our pottery that comes from there. Got all of our decrees in place. Is this all good? Yeah, all good. Nice. Nice. Let's have a look at our research quickly. Okay, now. I'm running essential goods, right? Immigration. I don't need immigration just yet. But it might be okay for us to get the research done. Let's get the mushroom farm going and then the field crop 1 as well. So what does this actually give us? This gives us, allows the planting of wheat fields, oats to feed ranch animals and apple orchards and the construction of ranches to herd chickens and open up more resources for trading on the docks. Okay, that's good. Good to know that we have that available to us now. That's good. Mushroom farm's done. Let's get the field crop going. There's a few other crops that we can get. Potentially, you know what we should do? Let's pause the game for a second and quickly have a look at our fertility. Our fertility, soil fertility is not bad. So this area here would actually make a good spot for a couple of farms. So let's do that. Let's get ourselves a crop field. Now what would look good? If we squeeze in an orchard in between these. Something like that, like an orchard over there. And then, maybe like a ranch for chickens. Like over there, that's good. And now a couple of crops. Maybe not in that spot, just like so. Let's provide a little path. Not in there. We can do a path over there, and that's fine. What I'll do is I'll just run a path up here. That's fine, just so that there's a bit of room to move around. It's pretty difficult to see with this though. And then what we'll do is let's get a couple of crops in place. So just make sure. And then can we do, I'm concerned. Hang on, let's try another one. By 12 field over here for some weeds and stuff. Okay, let's do that. There's going to be some crops going over there. And what we can do is we can get ourselves an extra depot somewhere. And get ourselves a depot over there. Let's unpause. Let's get this grid out of the way. These guys should be ready to go, and we can put some farmers in place to get some stuff going. So this, we've got like 4 farmers. Let's get them all in place. Yeah, now we're saying don't have enough workers. Let's pause that game for a second. We're going to choose ourselves some chickens over here. We're going to buy a couple of adult animals for some money. Here, this crop is going to be oats, and this crop is going to be wheat. And that crop is going to be apples. There we go. There we go. Should have people all over the shows. There we go. Now that should help. Now we've got a housing shortage for some reason. And we need an extra carrier. So let's get that going on. Let's get a couple of houses in place. It's probably about time to have a look at a bit of a market. Won't be able to squeeze any houses in here. What we'll do is I'm going to try and do a little bit of this, and what we'll just make sure to run do we just run it down there? Make sure we have a anyway, we'll do that for now. Got our extra houses in place. Excellent, that's awesome. I just want to keep an eye on our food and the things and the likes. I should start farming over here pretty soon. Nice. It's really getting there now. I'm pretty keen on moving some more of this, but let's move that, trade that away, get some money going on. Let's see what we can do. Let's research the field crop. The quarry pool, let's have a look. What does that do? Increases the production of the quarries if it's near an iron ore coal mine. That's good. So we don't need that just yet, but actually we're probably using stone at a pretty decent rate now. What we could do is put an extra person in the tool workshop over here. So let's do the expansion of the tool workshop. Royal taxes increase. The king wholeheartedly approved the stone trade fee. Yeah, that's okay. I'm not going to trade stone, I think, in general. So let's go about doing that one. Every now and again, you have to give the king something. So that's expanded. So let's get an extra person working in the toolsmith. Yeah, this town is starting to look really nice. Okay, let's get ourselves... Get ourselves a little bit of a pathway up to these houses. And what we might do is actually, I'm assuming we can squeeze in another house over here. Well, probably can't. So for beautification's purposes, we'll get ourselves like a small pond or something in here. There we go. Build ourselves a pond there. People will love it. We might find ourselves building another one of these docks over here also. I can go ahead and do the customs house option here. Okay, let's move something that's expensive. Clothing, coal, pottery. The tools. Okay, so let's move like 200 tools, and what else can we get for 3? And let's move 100 clothing. Here we go. That's a good deal there. Gives us a bit of money. Continue our expansion of so much things. Our food is looking so good this time around, and to be honest, I'm still on those same kind of food productions. This one's the first new piece here. Things are moving along beautifully. All of these guys are properly upgraded, which is something I absolutely love to see. These can't upgrade at all. It's okay, give me a few apples or so. So we can now start looking at things like distilleries, so that we can create beer and the likes. So we do need to keep an eye on our population. Our population isn't quite in a position where we can just start going nuts with everything. So let's have another look at this stuff. So let's start working on the immigration incentive, because now it's about the time where we're going to want to start doing that. Look at that. Our town is absolutely amazing. Upgraded. Is there anything that's not upgraded? Well, we can certainly do the upgrade over there. This is upgraded. That is upgraded. This is fully upgraded. That doesn't need an upgrade. There we go. That's good. Money's good. Food's good. All of these other things are awesome. Look at that. That's a steady supply of lumber and the likes. We've just finished that one. Let's get homeschooling started. Enacting this policy increases education. We'll go ahead and have a look. And propaganda, enacting this policy increases loyalty. That's not bad either. Let's just start doing these. As we have some money, it's probably worth our while to do that. Little pieces at a time. Let's move some more herbs. That's good. We've got a good number now. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go ahead and build the additional docks. Now, we can squeeze in the docks over here. I think that's what we're going to do. I just need to clear out some of this stuff. So, if we wanted to remove this, let's remove that for the time being. What is the king saying? King's opposition. Sire, our guardsmen have caught several infiltrators wreaking havoc on our stockpiles. They claim their only goal was to weaken the king and his local affairs. There's a bounty on their heads. What should we do with them? Whether or not they wanted to hurt the king, it's irrelevant because they attacked my city. Send them to the king in shackles for the bounty. That will improve loyalty somewhat. Give us some coins. The other one gets -10 for safety but gives us 3 new citizens. Nah. I'd rather go about upping this number. That's going to be pretty good. Now, I was still busy clearing out a little bit over here. So let's clear that one out now. Give me this one. There we go. We'll build ourselves an extra dock. And then we'll get ourselves a little bit of a stone road in here. Something like that. Excellent. Now we've got the extra dock up and running, and that's pretty close over there too. Good stuff. We're going to get an extra dock worker, I believe, as soon as that's done. Nice. So now we can move way more stuff. So let's quickly do the upgrades over here. Yeah, well, let's just do that. All of those upgrades in place. That's awesome. So we can start moving along pretty nicely. Okay, so let's move that. Trade that one for us. Let's move. What else do we have here? Pottery. And move like 100 pottery. And then like 200 tools, I think. That's a good number. There we go. Money is looking pretty good. Extra docks over here. We can probably start looking at getting an extra of these, because what we can do is we can get crabs. I've never done that. I don't know what that means. Whether we have food diversity or what. Let's do propaganda. Okay, can we enact something? We can do food production. But we can't actually enact any of the other ones. So we'll have to keep an eye on whether we actually need to continue some of these ones. We might not need to work on all of these. Yeah, we may not. What is this? This tell me that's Pottery, furniture. We don't have flowers though. We could do a little flower field, I believe. I might do it in here. It might actually look quite nice. Have we done that? Let's just have a look. Field crop 2 will give us access to... This one gives us access to flowers. So we can actually do flowers now. So let's get a field crop. Well, we don't have the workers. We don't have the workers. So let's just do the research. Get the distillery up and running. Nice. I think our economy is quite strong. We just want to make sure that we keep a good eye on the food, though. We should have a fair bit of oats available now. Yeah, hopefully they don't use... Yeah, that's fine. That's not too bad. That's like 60 per year at the moment. Oh, per animal. So we might go up to 150. That's okay. We should be able to work with that. Should be able to work with that. Now, pottery apprentice is not something I'm after. Field crop 2, we'll go ahead and get that done so we can move on to apiaries, and we want to do a sheep ranch as well at some point. We can move some goods again. Let's move some herbs. And over here we'll move some clothes. There we go. More money. More research is done. Yeah, we need a couple more people. Can we get the immigration policy going on? So let's drop the construction goods and let's see about immigration. Can we get immigration? Wow, that's a $5. So in order for us to get that one, ooh, that's just nowhere near good enough. You do need another upgrade before we can really look at implementing that policy. It's looking good. We are looking really healthy at this point in time. What's our stockpile size like? 16,000, so it's almost filled up on our stockpile. But that's looking awesome. Okay, what other research can we do? We can do the warehouse, which allows us bigger stockpiles. And then from there, carpenter's hut, and then from there, the market, and from there, the town hall. So there's a fair bit for us to go through here now. But we can probably make a run for it. So let's get the warehouse. Move some more goods. Actually, let's move coal. Coal is at least 2, so... That's a pretty decent deal, moving the coal. Look at that. The money is awesome. The food's good. All of the others are holding nicely. And are we... Yeah, we're making a fair bit more tools. This furniture over here. I don't think we need any more furniture than that. Yeah, guys, I think that's going to be about it. So we should have a fair bit of apples. Let's just have a look. Apples. Oh, apples have been eaten, I believe. Oh, most of our food is fish. Most of our food seems to be fish, but we're starting to get into the specialist stuff now. And I wouldn't mind this little spot here in the middle, the square, for a bit of a market. It will have a pretty good income generated from that. So the market works in the way that, quickly show you and then we'll end the episode. The market says allows the construction of the market the best way to kickstart the economy. Okay, so it doesn't actually tell you. What it basically does is for each house in the radius, it generates a little bit of an income. So that will boost our economy a fair bit more. But yeah, things are starting to look pretty good. We have the ability to build a distillery and we can start doing some of that. But we need to boost our agricultural industry a little bit more if we wanted to go with that. But the orchards in there is actually going to look a little bit, it's going to look nice. But yeah, these farmers might not be the most effective use of our time during the winter, though. Anyway, we'll continue to optimize that. I think I've recovered from the massive disaster that we had at the start. So anyway, that's going to be it. Guys, if you've enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.